gentlemen, to the #1 show on WWE TV. It's Raw, and we are ready for another jam-packed week of action. What a week we had last week, and this week is bound to be much better. And it is about to kick off with your WWE World Heavyweight Champion making his way down to the ring to address the WWE Universe. Now, as Kevin Owens makes his way down to the ring, I am going to inform you that tonight Seth Rollins will be competing in his first match since WrestleMania and since his return from the knee injury. We've also got Emma versus Sasha Banks in our main event this evening, and a huge tag team match between the New Day and the Union. The winner goes on to Smackdown Live next week for a chance to win the WWE Tag Team titles. What a night it's going to be. What a night it is each and every week here on Raw. We are the flagship show for a reason. Dan has laid down the marker, and it's now up to Smackdown to catch up. We are live tonight from Buffalo, New York. The fans are ready. Let's see what Kevin Owens has to say. Kevin did tell us, we have to agree with Kevin there, he did warn us all that this was going to happen. I for one am quite happy that he's the heavyweight champion. He is a hard man with a hard plan. And he is putting everybody on notice. He is letting them know from the off that no one is going to take this championship away from him. And Kevin Owens has just confirmed Seth Rollins is going to be up against the big dog, Roman Reigns, here tonight on Raw. And he was told by our GM Dan, and he's calling him his new BFF. Very strange. But at the same time, Kevin's a wily old fox. He's worked out if he keeps Dan in his pocket, that's a powerful friend to have indeed. And he's not happy. Jericho headlined here last week on Raw. We all know the history those two men have. And Kevin, surely, come on, you've got to have a bit more dignity about you. But, it does seem as though he wants to have the Intercontinental title as well as the WWE World Heavyweight title when he is challenging Chris Jericho to a match we could have next week here on Raw. We will have to wait and see what happens. We'll have to wait for the outcome on that. We will be right back. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Raw, and things are about to heat up as we have Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns coming up next, as Seth Rollins comes from behind the screen and he is looking ready for action, more ready than he has ever looked. For those that missed it last week on Raw, Seth Rollins came down to the ring in a shock return to the red brand. He was drafted here but had been out of action for some time on doctor's orders after his match at WWE's WrestleMania. But he would come to the ring. He said he wants the title back. He almost said that Kevin Owens was minding it for him, keeping it shiny. Dan didn't like what he heard and told Seth he had to earn the opportunity here on Raw, hence setting up this match. We just found out it's going to be against Roman Reigns. Kevin Owens seemed to have all the information. It seems as though him and Dan are getting very, very close backstage. But Seth Rollins, this is not going to be an easy match for him. He is going to have to be at his best to beat the big dog. And as I say, the big dog, Roman Reigns, is going to be making his way down to the ring. And this is not only Seth Rollins' first appearance on the red brand since the takeover by CBTV and since WrestleMania, but it is, of course, Roman Reigns' first appearance on the red brand since he retired The Undertaker at WrestleMania. He will forever be known as the big dog and the phenom killer. But can he tonight destroy the chances of the architect? I will continue with what happened last week on Raw. This is a massive opportunity that has been gifted to Seth Rollins by Dan, and at the end of the day, if Seth Rollins wins this, he could be put in line for a big opportunity that Dan has in mind for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Last week on Raw, Dan said he already had two men in mind. We can only assume it's AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura after the episode and after the events they've had with Kevin Owens after the last few weeks. But it would appear that there is space for more men to get in line to challenge Kevin Owens for that WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now we know that Seth Rollins has an opportunity if he wins this match. But what would it mean if Roman Reigns was to better the man that stabbed him in the back a couple of years ago on Raw? They are former brothers of the Shield, of course. But what if Roman Reigns was to go one better than Seth Rollins tonight? And should he win? Would he be gifted with that opportunity? I guess it's what we will have to wait and see. It's an intriguing matchup with intriguing results ahead. And we are ready for action. Seth Rollins looking more ready than ever, and Roman Reigns up for the fight as always, as the ref gets that bell rung and the action begins. And Roman Reigns is tossed straight over the top rope by Seth Rollins. Now, of course, ladies and gentlemen, former brothers of the Shield, they are not each other's favourite people, as the action has found itself on the outside. And what a move by Seth Rollins, driving Roman Reigns into the floor on the outside, but a beautiful counter with the clothesline there from Reigns. And I will continue, these two men do not particularly like each other much, and oh my god, the power for Roman Reigns, what a power bomb. We are at a 3 count. These men on the outside straight from the off need to get the action back into the ring. And Seth Rollins now going to fight back in this matchup as he does run into the ring, stops the count, restarts the count because he is going to go back to the outside, continue the assault on Roman Reigns. But Roman Reigns has battered him, he's bested him. They know each other so well in the Shield for all those years of dominance here in the WWE. And Seth Rollins stabbing his brothers in the back, and nothing has been the same since. As Roman Reigns with a beautiful suplex there on the ramp. And starting to take control of the match, starting to use his power, but Rollins fighting back. With every ounce of his being, Seth Rollins is not going to give this one up easily. This means everything to him. He reappeared, he returned last week here on Raw and said that he wants the title back. He feels like it's his time to be champion again here on Raw, as these two men are trying to trick each other, and it would appear Seth Rollins has got the better of Roman Reigns, and that is something that happens all too often between these two men. Since the breakup of the Shield, as Seth Rollins goes for a pin, one and just the 1 count. A very quick kick out there from Roman Reigns. And this is a huge match with Seth Rollins. Like I was just saying, he did return, he wants the title back, but Dan will create opportunity, but you have to take it. You have to take your chances. You have to prove you're a winner if you want to be in line to win the biggest prize of them all here on Raw. As Seth Rollins now continues his assault on Roman Reigns, who is down and out this time, and that's a beautiful enziguri there. Roman Reigns was getting to his feet, but Seth Rollins was having none of it and goes for the pin again. That's a 1 and a close 2 count there for Seth Rollins on Roman Reigns this time. As the action continues and Seth Rollins is trying to take control of the match, a rake of the eyes, and oh my god, a reverse Hurricane Runner dropped straight on his head, onto the back of his neck. Unbelievable stuff there from Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns is down and out, driven into the mat there. What a match this could be. Our first piece of action tonight. We have heard from KO to start the evening. For those that missed it, he came out and said he promises to be champ for a very long time, has put the whole locker room on notice as Seth goes for a pin. 1 And just the one count again from Seth Rollins on Roman Reigns. I will continue. He's put the whole locker room on notice. No one's taken the title from him, according to Kevin Owens. He then wished Seth luck after Seth had bad-mouthed Kevin Owens in such a way, and would be the man to deliver the news that Seth Rollins would be facing off against Roman Reigns here tonight. And he finished by challenging Chris Jericho, of all people, to a match for the Intercontinental title here on Raw next week. And we will have to wait and see if Chris Jericho does accept the challenge. He isn't here tonight, but I'm sure he is watching from home and would have got the message loud and clear. Kevin Owens doesn't just want to be your WWE World Heavyweight Champion, he wants to be your WWE Intercontinental Champion, as well as Roman Reigns has now started to take control of this match and is starting to get ahead of steam. He now has Seth Rollins. There's a huge back body drop there on Seth, who really needs to start to get back into the match. There's a huge shot from Roman Reigns there on Seth Rollins. What a huge shot that was. The power of Roman Reigns. As the fans still not convinced by Roman. They still boo him at every opportunity. The man is a winner. He is a competitor at the highest level, but a great counter move there from Seth Rollins, pushing Roman Reigns away, and he's now going to go for a huge move from Seth Rollins. Got him in the pin, and can he get the 3-2? And Roman Reigns with the kick out there on Seth Rollins, who he's going to go to the top rope. He's going to go high risk to try and take Roman Reigns out, calling Roman Reigns to his feet. And it's a huge crossbody there from Seth Rollins, in control now. Got Roman down on the mat. And can he take advantage of Roman Reigns? No, Roman fighting back. Oh, and a Superman punch! A Superman punch from Roman Reigns out of nowhere. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out from Seth Rollins. He is not ready to give up yet. And it looks as though Roman Reigns is looking for the spear, lining him up. Is he going to go for it? No. Oh, yes. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What a reversal into a DDT that was from Seth Rollins. Goes for the roll-up and a huge kick to the jaw. Can he get the pin? Is that going to be all she wrote for Roman Reigns in this matchup? Seth with the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out from Roman Reigns. Still in the matchup is the big dog. What a match this has been to this point. Roman Reigns trying to take control. Seth Rollins up on his shoulders, and a huge Samoan drop from the Samoan Wrecking Machine. He is in full control now, and it looks as though he's gonna call for it again. Can he hit the spear? Yes, he can! Driving Seth Rollins into next week, and surely that is it. 1, 2, 3, and that is it. Roman Reigns, your winner here tonight on Raw, and that surely spells the end for Seth Rollins as far as his opportunity is concerned. A shot at Kevin Owens' WWE World Heavyweight Championship. This match went back and forth. It was always going to. These men know each other so well after spending so long together in the Shield. What a matchup we have just been treated to. Both men had their chances. Both men were in full control at times in this match. But in the end it would be Roman Reigns that would come out the victor. Some incredible moves by each man. A huge move there from Seth Rollins had Roman Reigns in the pin. I thought that was going to be it, but Roman did manage to fight out. A huge Superman punch you see there. That wasn't enough to put Seth Rollins away in the matchup either. It would be a spear in the end that would finish it. Roman Reigns delivering that. You'll see again here, he didn't quite get the 3. A kick out from Seth Rollins, but the spear, as I was just saying, sent Seth Rollins into next week, sent him packing from the match with the loss. But a huge win for Roman Reigns, and who knows what this could mean for him going forward. What a return to the red brand it is for the big dog as he stands in the ring and celebrates. And what on earth is Roman thinking here? Oh my God, don't do it, Roman, don't do it. You've won the match, that's enough. Oh my God, it's AJ Styles! AJ Styles! Oh, he came to Nakamura's aid and... Oh no, don't do it! Oh my God, AJ Styles! What have you done? Oh my God! Oh my! Oh my God, I can't believe it. It would appear Roman is now in the driving seat. Not only did he beat Seth Rollins, but he has stolen his opportunity with that win. As we now come to tag team action, ladies and gentlemen. We have a matchup between the New Day versus the Union. This is to decide who is going to be Raw's #1 contender for the WWE Tag Team Championships. This match will take place next week on Smackdown Live. For those that don't know, Darren, DJC has decided that the American Mavericks will be defending their titles each and every week for as long as they hold them, for as long as they wear them around their waist. And a decision was made between Dan and DJC that a tag team from Raw as a one-off would be able to earn the opportunity to go over to SmackDown Live and face off against the American Mavericks for a chance to win the WWE Tag Team Championships. And New Day, the Union, both teams are going to want to bring them back to the red brand, and there is some extra fight added to this match after the Union last week here on the red brand decided to attack the New Day after they defeated the Revival in their match here on Raw. It was completely out of sorts as far as the Union are concerned, as we now welcome them out and down to the ring. It was completely out of sorts from the Union. We haven't heard why they took these actions upon themselves. They have been the fans' favourites since their formation a few weeks ago. They won the Raw side of the tag team tournament, went on to domination, but were unfortunately bettered by the American Mavericks over on SmackDown Live, who were put together in similar fashion over on the blue brand. But since their loss, a new attitude has started to appear. It started to bubble under the surface, and they took it upon themselves to attack the New Day last week, as the New Day surely want to get some revenge on the Union for that last week, as both teams are ready and the ref gets the bell rung and the match is now underway. And like I've already touched upon, ladies and gentlemen, this is for the #1 contendership to face off against the American Mavericks next week on SmackDown Live. It promises to be a huge match. Whatever team should win this and should go on to the blue brand. The American Mavericks have been on a roll of their own, a lot like the Union here on the red brand. But the New Day, an impressive win for those guys last week here on Raw against the Revival. Revenge of some sorts in that match as well. It has to be said, the Revival are the reason that Kofi Kingston still isn't with us tonight here on the red brand. He's still out injured with that fractured ankle that was suffered at the hands of a vicious attack of the Revival. But their win, they dedicated on Twitter later that night last week to Kofi. That was for you, brother, is what it read. And hopefully Kofi can be back in action soon and start to have something to do with the New Day once again. But for now, it's Xavier Woods and Big E Langston who are fighting it out for the New Day. And we come to the action, and Xavier Woods with a beautiful backbreaker there, but Neville fighting back, and he's going to go for that DDT that he is renowned for. Beautiful move there from Neville. And we have to say, even though the Union lost at WWE Domination, it was a hell of an effort from the lads, considering that this tag team was only formed as Xavier Woods goes for the tag. This tag team was only formed but a month ago here on the red brand. Neville seeking out a tag team partner. The welcome return of of Tyson Kidd to the red brand. We all thought he was done and dusted with a vicious neck injury, but he is back fighting fit, and he is now the tag team partner of Neville, and these two guys have been on an absolute roll since their formation. But they are finding it very, very difficult here tonight on Raw against the veteran team, it has to be said, of the New Day. The longest reigning tag team champions ever are the New Day, and they want to have another reign at the titles. And that was a huge powerbomb just moments ago from Neville. The strength of that man to get Big E up and down in the fashion that he did, and tags Tyson Kidd in, who continues the assault on Big E. And right to the eyes from Big E. Dirty tactics, but he needed to get back into the match, and he goes for a huge powerbomb of his own, and he's gonna go for the tag, get the fresh man into the match. Now, for those that missed it last week here on Raw, the New Day had to beat the Revival to stand a chance at competing in this matchup. They did so in impressive fashion. It was a hell of a match last week. The Revival just did not have enough about them to beat the New Day, and the veteran tag team in the New Day would get the revenge that I've already touched upon against the Revival. They would beat them for the 1, 2, 3, and that is why they find themselves here tonight against the Union on Raw. And Dan felt the need to keep the Union at the top of the tag team division, of the tag team title chase. They have been impressive. They deserve to be there. He was happy with their efforts at WWE Domination. They were moments away from winning that match on a few occasions. It was a back and forth match at Domination, one of the matches of the evening, it has to be said, as Big E now in the ring and taking control and putting pressure on that previously injured neck of Tyson Kidd here. Stomping away, squeezing the life from Tyson Kidd there. In full control here on Raw as he beats down again, and Big E is the difference maker for the New Day. He is the powerhouse. He is the man that possesses all of the goods, all of the power to upset any team or any man put in front of him. As this match continues, as Tyson Kidd now tagging in Neville and distracting Big E somewhat by remaining in the ring there, but throwing Neville into the ring does Big E, but Neville trying to fight back. Elbows blocked, but he manages to get a stiff strike, and now he goes with a forearm, manages to land it that time, and a beautiful move from Neville, who goes for a big springboard splash, misses it, but bounces straight up to his feet, and a beautiful snap suplex there from Neville. A standing somersault splash. His offense really is live wire. It is very unorthodox, the man from Newcastle, but it gets the job done. And Tyson Kidd now back into the ring, and he is gonna have some high risk offense of his own, going to the top rope here, and what a moonsault that was from Tyson Kidd onto Big E, who gets to his feet though and replies with a huge spine buster on Tyson Kidd, who is down and out and struggling to get to his feet, as Xavier Woods is now back into the match. And a win here for the Union would see them have a huge rematch next week on Smackdown Live against the American Mavericks. They really could start again with that feud against those guys, and it really was interesting at Domination to see how that match unfolded. Two teams that were very new in their existence, as the New Day now with some beautiful tag team action and a beautiful slam there as Big E goes for the pin, but decides against it. The ref was too busy concentrating on Neville, who had distracted the action. A huge shot there, but like I was just saying, the two teams that were new in their existence, and one had to be the better at the end of the day, and it happened to be the American Mavericks. But a huge rematch could see the Union upset those guys over on the blue brand. But on the other hand, we could see the New Day going to the blue brand and fighting it out, as the New Day are going to go for the stomps. They're going to go round and round until Tyson Kidd just can't take any more. A tag in now for Xavier Woods, who's going to stomp away, and another tag. Big E now back into the ring. It's his turn to stomp the life out of Tyson Kidd. Another tag, and Big E is going to send Xavier Woods in with a huge drop kick to Tyson Kidd. Can he get the pin? Yes, he does. 1, 2, and a huge kick out there from Tyson Kidd. Like I was just saying, it would be a huge result should the New Day come away with the win, should the New Day get the opportunity to go after the tag team titles. They held them for so long the last time they had them. The longest reigning champs is Tyson Kidd now with the pin, and just a 1 count there for Tyson Kidd. And yes, like I was just saying, the longest reigning tag team champs, and surely they want to regain them and see if they can beat their own title reign. That would be unbelievable if they could do so. And Neville now back into the ring, and Xavier Woods took a huge shot moments ago from Tyson Kidd, who's really struggling to get back to his feet. And what is Neville thinking here? Huge springboard splash again. He misses it for a second time, but still manages to bounce straight back to his feet, get back in the action and try and take control. But that's a hard shot there from Xavier Woods. And a huge suplex in reply from Neville. Back and forth this match. Both teams putting on a hell of a show for the WWE Universe here in Buffalo, New York. The fans here have always been some of the best in Buffalo, and they are enjoying the action here tonight. A pin now for Xavier Woods, 1, and just a 1 count. This match is still early as far as either of these teams sealing the victory. Both teams kicking out very, very quickly in the matchup. There's a Neville now with a huge suplex, and oh my God, what a move that was from Neville there. He goes for the pin, 1, 2, and a kick out from Xavier Woods. And not only was there a kick out, but as Tyson Kidd entered the ring and clothesline Big E, caught the referee, who's now down and out, and mayhem has broken loose in the ring. All 4 men fighting it out inside the ring. Tyson Kidd sees the ref getting to his feet, decides to go to the corner, and oh my God, he's going for the clothesline. It's blocked by Neville. Huge that is. That clothesline was the one that destroyed the Revival's chances last week on Raw, but Neville now, he's got Woods where he wants him, and they're definitely gonna go for it. It's the heart attack time. Oh my God, Tyson Kidd, if he gets the pin, it's all over. But the ref too busy concentrating on that Big E. Oh my God, the ref was concentrating too heavily on Neville getting back to his corner. It gave Big E the chance to get in, and he broke up the count. That could cost the Union massively in this match, and the WWE Universe are absolutely loving the action here at hand as Tyson Kidd drives Xavier Woods into the corner, and more tag team action here from the Union, and a huge shot, a huge kick to the mouth of Xavier Woods. And the Union have really started to up the tempo in this match, but oh, what a neck breaker that is from Xavier Woods, and he goes for the count of 1, 2, and Neville manages to get the shoulder up. Another near fall in this #1 contenders match here on Raw. This is for the chance to face off against the American Mavericks next week on Smackdown Live, as Xavier Woods now tagging in Big E to the match, the difference maker, and he goes for the pin, 1, and that's just a 1 count there from Big E on Neville. Tyson Kidd can barely hold on to the ropes. He is dead on his feet. What a matchup. The effort that has been put into this match from all 4 men, I should say, has been unbelievable. Neville was going for a suplex, but Big E with a shot to the knee, but Neville comes back with a reversal of his own and a hard shot to Big E now. Oh my God, Big E getting the punches and the kicks together, driving the wind out of his sails, and he's going to go for a huge suplex, a huge slam. What a move on Neville there. All he needs to do is get the pin, surely. And it is all over. He goes for the pin. 1, 2, and a kick out from Neville. Unbelievable. How is Neville still in this matchup? And trying to get him to his feet is hard work now. The lifeless soul and body of Neville, but manages to fight back with an arm drag. And can he now try to take some control of his own? A beautiful snap suplex into a pin. One, and a quick kick out from Big E, and Neville cannot believe Big E has managed to kick out so quickly this late stage in the match. And Big E now, a huge whip into the corner. He's good at tagging Xavier Woods, and they are going for it. It's the big ending. Oh, and that's got to be it. That has got to be game, set, and match. The ref is down. 1, 2, 3, and the New Day are the Raw's new #1 contenders to the Tag Team Championships. What a matchup and what a victory for the New Day. This match had everything, back and forth action, near falls for both teams, but it would be the New Day that would come away with the victory, and they remain undefeated since they returned to the red brand in the new era of the WWE under the CBTV network. Unbelievable result that is for the New Day. They will be going on to face off against the American Mavericks next week on the blue brand. You see here in the replays the near falls by both teams, but it would be the big ending from the New Day that would finish it off. Xavier Woods with the pin. The referee goes down. He would count the 3 as Big E managed to hold off Tyson Kidd from getting into the ring and breaking it up, and the New Day, as always, celebrate in that very unique style of theirs as they dance away. They twerk for their adoring fans, and Big E is riding that Bronco as always. And what a win for the New Day here on Raw. They are the new #1 contenders in the tag team division here on the red brand. We will be right back. Be sure to tune in to Smackdown Live each and every week on the CBTV network. Don't miss a beat. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, it would appear that Seth is hunting down AJ and Roman, and oh my God! Seth driving Xavier into the wall. Xavier was just trying to calm Seth Rollins down, and he is on the warpath, and understandably so. But next up, ladies and gentlemen, we do have one-on-one action. It's going to be The Miz facing off against Tyler Breeze. This match is just a one-on-one match between the two men, both men trying to stay in touch with the Intercontinental title race. The Miz obviously is one of the kings of the Intercontinental division. He's held that title on numerous occasions, and he this week made it clear that he wants to at some point take that title from Chris Jericho and wants to have that title around his waist. But for all we know, Jericho could be accepting the challenge from Kevin Owens that was placed earlier this evening, and could be defending that title next week here on the red brand against KO. And it could have to be KO that The Miz tries to take the title from, because KO will be on a mission. Kevin Owens wants that Intercontinental title for himself. The Miz wants the title as well, and it is going to be a hell of a division. The race to the Intercontinental title is just heating up. I'm sure there are more than just these men that want that title around their waist. It is a prestigious one, and Tyler Breeze is another man that eventually wants to become the Intercontinental Champion. Last week here on Raw, he had a chance at becoming the Intercontinental Champion when he fought Chris Jericho in a ladder match. He would unfortunately come out of that match without the title around his waist. He would lose that match. Chris Jericho scaled the ladder and reclaimed the Intercontinental title for himself. But Tyler Breeze, this is a new attitude from him. This is a new look for him. And this is a man on a mission. Dancing away to the Prince Pretty tune. Loving life. Reinvigorated after Fandango was sent to the Smackdown brand. And all he needs to do is try to get past The Miz to stand a chance at staying in touch with that number one contender spot, or a chance to at least become number one contender for the Intercontinental title. And a win would do Miz the world of good also, if he wants to stand a chance of facing off against Chris Jericho sometime in the future and potentially becoming the WWE Intercontinental Champion. As the match has begun, and The Miz straight away off the bat not taking Tyler Breeze seriously, and Tyler Breeze takes Jericho off his feet, drove him into the ring post there, but Miz is having none of it. And he's going to go here for a neck breaker, and a beautiful neck breaker there from The Miz, taking control early on in the matchup. But Tyler Breeze needs to get back to winning ways. A huge win for him a couple of weeks ago at WWE Domination. It sent Fandango back into the blue brand, for those that don't know, and then last week was given the opportunity, because of that impressive win, to have the chance to win the Intercontinental title from Chris Jericho, but it wasn't to be, and he now finds himself almost back at square one, needing another win to stand the chance at getting another try. And that's a huge DDT there from Tyler Breeze, follows it up with a hard shot to the chest on Jericho, and now climbs to the middle rope. And what is he thinking here? He's gonna fly, and that's a beautiful Hurricane Runner there from Tyler Breeze, who means business and is taking it to The Miz. And now obviously the Intercontinental title is a title with plenty of prestige, a title with plenty of history. Most men that have held that belt have gone on to win the big one. They've gone on to, I don't like to say it, but bigger and better things, as Tyler Breeze, back body drop to The Miz there, drives him to the outside, continues the assault, but The Miz now throwing Tyler Breeze into that barricade, and again, and for a second time, and follows it up with a huge boot. Whoa. The Miz is taking control of Tyler Breeze here, and as I was saying, and I don't like to say it, bigger and better things are ahead if you manage to win that Intercontinental title. Most men go on to win the WWE World Heavyweight title, as Tyler Breeze continues this attack, and that's a huge neck breaker on The Miz there. And is that what both these men are thinking? Are they thinking that winning the Intercontinental belt for another time for The Miz, and for the first time for Tyler Breeze, would it catapult them on to bigger and better things? Would it push them forward at maybe standing a chance at facing off against Kevin Owens, or whoever it should be that's the champion of the WWE World Heavyweight title at the time? We will have to wait and see, but the future is bright for both these superstars should they pick up the W here tonight. And The Miz going for a pin, and 1, 2, and a close 3 count there for The Miz. And the roster here on WWE Raw is absolutely stacked. Every single man wants gold around their waist, but the gold here on Raw is limited to but a couple of titles, and it means that every man each and every week has to put on an A+ showing. They have to win each and every week to stand a chance at pushing their way up those rankings that have been put in place by the CBTV network, by Dan and by DJC, and each and every win impresses Dan here on Raw even more. We've already seen that Dan was massively impressed with Roman Reigns' win, and because of that win, oh my god, a super kick! It interrupts me mid-sentence, but what a super kick there from Tyler Breeze, and can he get the pin, or will he continue the assault here on The Miz as he drives the elbow into the heart? And what is Tyler Breeze looking for here? Calling The Miz to his feet and goes for a shot, but The Miz blocks it, replies with a shot of his own. And like I was saying, ladies and gentlemen, Dan impressed every time superstars win. The opportunity that was going to be gifted to Seth Rollins is now that of Roman Reigns after his impressive win here tonight. But the ending of that match did end in controversial fashion, it has to be said. Roman Reigns was going to take a chair to Seth Rollins, and I'm surprised that Dan was so happy with Roman Reigns' display, considering that did almost happen after the match. But it looked as though AJ was going to interfere with the match and stop it from happening the same way he did Nakamura, but instead he just stole the chair, drove Reigns from the ring and struck Rollins himself, as The Miz now has that figure four locked in, the figure four that was taught to him by none other than the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And Tyler Breeze manages to fight out. He didn't tap, but The Miz had it locked in and almost had Tyler Breeze squirming and submitting, and he nearly won this matchup. But what is Tyler Breeze thinking here? Throwing Miz to the outside and a drop kick, and it sends The Miz to the floor again. Brilliant move there from Tyler Breeze. And what a night it has been here on Raw so far, ladies and gentlemen. The night started with KO addressing the WWE Universe for the first time since becoming WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Not only would he inform the locker room that he doesn't plan on losing the belt anytime soon, but he also said that he wasn't impressed with Chris Jericho's headlining the show last week, wasn't impressed with Seth Rollins bad-mouthing him, and challenged Jericho as well to a match here on Raw next week for the Intercontinental title. As Tyler Breeze continues the assault, and after the match from Kevin Owens, after the Miz now with the pin and only a 1 count, and not only did we hear from Kevin Owens at the beginning of the night, but we did have a match from Seth Rollins, who was beat by the big dog Roman Reigns. And after that match, I've already touched upon it, but Roman Reigns went to strike Rollins with a chair. Instead, AJ would come down. It appeared he was going to save Rollins from the attack, but he would attack Rollins himself. And Seth Rollins has since been on the warpath, and we have still not heard if Rollins has found AJ Styles yet, but he is looking for him and Roman Reigns, and he is going to be dishing out some punishment for sure. As Tyler Breeze rolls him over and he's got him in a half crab. He's got The Miz in a half crab. Is he going to tap? No. He fights out. He fights out from that. And he went for a kick, but Breeze has caught it. And oh my God, what a leg drag that is there. And Tyler Breeze looks as though he is setting up for something. He goes for the strike, but The Miz blocks it again. Unbelievable from The Miz. What a match back and forth from these men. The Miz though, he's going for that figure four again. He's got it locked in. Oh my God, surely Tyler Breeze for a second time can't find out. He's so close, The Miz is so close. Is he going to tap? Is he going to tap? No. Oh my God, Tyler Breeze manages to fight out for a second time in this matchup. And this match continues. What a fight between these two men here tonight. We've also seen tag team action, ladies and gentlemen, where the New Day would beat the Union and the ref too. And Tyler Breeze with a close 2 count. And the Union would be defeated, as I just said, by the New Day, who will go on to Smackdown Live next week and fight it out for the tag team championships. As Tyler Breeze whips The Miz into the corner. And what is he thinking here? He's going to go up top. He's thinking high risk offense here on The Miz. He's going up high to the top rope, and it's going to be a hurricane runner from Tyler Breeze, and surely that is all she wrote. He needs to go for the pin sometime soon. As The Miz fights back once again, this match has been back and forth. A beautiful elbow drop there from The Miz as he stomps away on Tyler Breeze. Both men fighting it out, trying to get the W, trying to impress one of the principal owners and our GM Dan here on Raw. And The Miz, oh vintage Miz, to the knee, a neck breaker. That is vintage Miz right there. And he is feeling it. Surely he is moments away from winning this match, just catching his breath. He now gets Breeze to his feet. who fights back once again, but The Miz with the roll-up, The Miz with the roll-up, a 1, 2, 3, oh my God, The Miz steals it, The Miz steals the win. What a roll-up from The Miz, that came completely out of nowhere, and The Miz is going to be walking away from Raw with the W. What an impressive display from both men. Unfortunately, that is 2 losses on the bounce for Tyler Breeze. You see the super kick. I thought that was going to be all she wrote, but it wasn't to be. And it's not good for Tyler Breeze. Since sending Fandango to Smackdown, it's not really gone his way here on the red brand. He's on a bit of a losing streak, and he is going to need to break out of that habit real soon. But as far as The Miz is concerned, this is a very, very impressive win, and it puts him right in the hunt for that Intercontinental title that he wants back so badly. We see the action here again as The Miz rolls Tyler Breeze up, and the ref would count the 1, the 2 and the 3. What a matchup, and there is your victor, The Miz. What a display he put on here tonight, and oh my God, Tyler Breeze, he tried to attack The Miz, but The Miz now fighting back, and he's gonna drive Tyler Breeze from the ring. He stands victorious. Tyler Breeze, hang your head in shame. We will be right back. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and it is time for our main event of the evening, Emma versus Sasha Banks for the WWE Women's Championship. Now, Emma came away with a very, very impressive victory here on Raw last week. A triple threat matchup between her, Bayley and Alexa Bliss. She would come away with the win, a vicious crossbody to Alexa Bliss. Bayley was outside catching her breath. She had suffered a beatdown at the hands of Emma in that match, and Emma would get the 1, 2, 3 on Alexa Bliss and finds herself here headlining Raw, headlining the red brand against the woman that everybody at this moment in time wants to be, Sasha Banks, our WWE Women's Champion, and she is going to appear with that championship for the first time since beating Paige at WWE Domination. This is a huge opportunity, I'm sure you will all agree, for Emma here on the red brand. She's not exactly had the best time of it since coming over, but tonight that could all change. And Emma looking ready in the centre of that ring as we welcome the boss, Sasha Banks. And doesn't she look good with the gold wrapped around her waist? She did not let us down. Most would not agree with the way that she went about getting that #1 contender's shot. Most wouldn't agree with the actions of Sasha Banks since she's come over to the red brand under the new ownership of Dan and DJC, under the ownership of CBTV, but she did what she had to do to put herself in a position to have the match against Paige at WWE Domination and destroy her at the event and bring that title home to the red brand. In my eyes, she is deserving of that title. It doesn't matter what you do to win the title, you just have to make sure you win on the biggest stage of them all, and she did that at WWE Domination. And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is what this match is all about. That is what it's all about when you get into the WWE as a female wrestler, as the ref holds that beautiful title above his head, and both women will be slogging it out at their chance to call themselves the WWE Women's Champion. The ref gets the bell rung and the action begins, and it's going to be Emma on the attack from the off. And if Emma can recreate the effort that she put in last week, if she can recreate that offense that she showed us last week against Bayley and Alexa Bliss, then Sasha Banks is going to be in for a hell of a fight and she is going to have to pull out all the stops to win this match. And what a flip there from Emma, back onto her feet, and replies with a beautiful kick to Sasha's face, who finds herself down on the mat. And now we can't forget, ladies and gentlemen, that Paige surely at some point is going to want a rematch against Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks won the match at WWE Domination Fair and Square, but she goes for a very quick pin, but Emma kicking out. And like I just said, she won it fair and square at Domination, but Paige had so many near falls, really did put up a hell of a fight. In my opinion, it was the match of the evening at Domination. The women's division really showed us what's possible when the women are given the time to showcase their skill. As Emma now to the top rope. She's going to call Sasha Banks to her feet. What is she thinking here? And a beautiful crossbody there from Emma, the Australian beauty, with a huge chop as well. Really started to get going, but Sasha replies with a forearm of her own and a beautiful snap suplex there to Emma. But not only will Paige be looking for a rematch over there on Smackdown Live, but surely at some point when Asuka and Becky Lynch are fit, they are going to be looking for some retribution, because both women were #1 contender at a time, fair and square, and Sasha Banks took it away from them. She put Becky Lynch out of action the very first week under the new ownership here in the WWE, and would follow it up the next week when she had been banned from the WWE for the evening because of her actions, but would appear on Raw and would take Asuka out with a kendo stick. It did result in Sasha Banks having to take on every woman here on the red brand, but earned herself that shot and finds herself champion. And I do believe that the extraordinary lengths and efforts that Sasha Banks has gone to is why she is deserving to call herself the WWE Women's Champion, as she just pulled off a beautiful suplex on Emma, continues to beat away on the Australian. And can Sasha Banks finish Emma off sometime soon? And that's a beautiful leg drag there from Emma, going down low, taking Sasha off her feet, and now going for the pin. One, and just the one count there, a near fall for Emma. It really has been a change in fortune for Emma of late. She was very close to winning the Battle Royal in the opening week here in the WWE, but it wasn't to be her time. She was then beat by Asuka the next week on Raw, but that was all blown out of proportion after Sasha Banks would attack Asuka after the match, and then unbelievably Emma would be given another opportunity last week here on the red brand, and took that opportunity. She goes for a pin, and it's a one, just the one count there for Emma, and she took that opportunity with open arms and managed to beat both Alexa Bliss and Bayley, as Sasha was going for bankrupt there, but Emma is fighting out and pulls off a beautiful net breaker over her own on Sasha Banks. Unbelievable stuff from Emma there. What a move, and oh my god, she is going for it. Oh my god, Blue Thunder Bomb there. She's going for the pin. Oh, and it's just a one count there from Emma on Sasha Banks, as she now plans on wiping her hands clean of the current WWE Women's Champion, and Sasha is having none of it. She goes for a pin herself. One, and a close 2 count there for Sasha Banks. What a matchup this has been. What an evening it has been. KO has put everybody on notice. Seth Rollins lost his match to Roman Reigns, but was attacked by AJ Styles. He is on the warpath backstage. Kevin Owens also challenged Chris Jericho to a match next week on Raw. We haven't heard anything yet. We don't know if that match is going to go ahead, but hopefully we will know more by next week, ladies and gentlemen. The New Day will be going over to the Blue Brand next week to compete for the WWE Tag Team Championship, and The Miz won a brilliant matchup between him and Tyler Breeze, and has put himself in contention in the race for the Intercontinental title, with Sasha now with the pin. 2, and a kick out from Emma. And Sasha Banks is just starting to take control of this match. She's starting to feel it. She's starting to prove to us what a great champion she is as Emma, with another leg drag on Sasha Banks. Seeing that as a weakness of Sasha's one. Just the 1 count there for Emma in the match, who really has put on a stern display once again, and looks as though she's going to go for the high risk, looks as though she's going to climb to the top rope. And she sets herself up, and a beautiful elbow drop there from Emma on Sasha Banks, getting Sasha to her feet. Sasha fighting back once again. She is never too far away. She just seems to read Emma each and every time, seems to know what is coming next every time that Emma tries to get some offense going. But it really has been a brilliant effort from Emma as Sasha goes for the pin again. 2, and Emma kicks out once again. Sasha Banks must be wondering what she has got to do to come away with the victory in this match. Our huge main event here on Raw. Our huge WWE Women's Championship matchup. A beautiful, beautiful enziguri there from Sasha Banks, and surely the end is near. She is feeling it. Rolling Emma over, and it's going to be a hard shot to Emma's midsection there, as Sasha Banks now getting Emma to her feet, and she is going for it again. It didn't come off last time, but can she pull it off this time? Yes, she can. Sasha Banks hits bankrupt. Can this be it? 1, 2, 3, and Sasha Banks retains her WWE Women's title against Emma here on Raw. What a fight, what an effort from Emma, but it just wasn't to be. Sasha Banks is the woman to beat and is still your WWE Women's Champion here on the red brand. It is going to take a hell of a woman to beat Sasha Banks here on Raw and take the gold from around her waist. As we see the action again here, ladies and gentlemen, a sweep there from Sasha. She went for the pin, a very close count there for her. She's very aggressive in the matchup, going for quick pins throughout, most of which though were kicked out of course by Emma, but in the end it would be Bankrupt that finished the day. Emma had chances though, as you see here. She really did go for those leg sweeps, those leg drags, trying to take Sasha off her feet and out of the action, but it was the Bankrupt, like I've touched upon, that would end the match. Sasha Banks with the quick pin, and the referee would count 1, 2, 3, and Sasha Banks would retain her title and remains the WWE Women's Champion here on Raw. What a night it has been once again, ladies and gentlemen, here on the red brand. Be sure to like, subscribe and share, and we will be back next week. Will Chris Jericho answer the challenge of Kevin Owens? Tune in, find out. I will see you then. Good night.